unfortunately, they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got him jerk off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They've got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Buying time to his left. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Rodgers again now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with 4th down and 1. They'll run it with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. First carry for James Conner. A first down for Conner and then some. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flush to his right. And the reception made by Green. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Chris Barnes.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And it's complete to Adams. The 40. Past the 20. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Being chased out left. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Dillon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Dillon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray escaping the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, 47 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Caught. Right side. It's Lewis. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. We heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback, right? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. Dancing to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers now to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Rolling to his left. Open man Green, he's got it. Touchdown Arizona. A.J. Green there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into it. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Now Murray. Wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Hurts over the middle. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2nd down and 8. Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Play fake. Murray on the move to his left. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray steps away. And this is Ertz with it, right side. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. Shotgun now from Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers flush to his right. And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. They find some open field here. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Murray, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. With the points that we've seen scored,
Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys dropped the mask up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up.